Doesn't really talk. Doesn't really talk.
Actually, he doesn't.
Wow.
Wolf, he's incredibly well trained.
Jory, Bramble sounds just like you.
You trained him pretty well.
Maluna?
Hello. I am Maluna, born of the Rime Hairs. I am a powerful mage, focusing on combative cold magic, evocative, transformative, and conjurative. I came to this company with my boon companion, the Moon Lord. Hey, look, is the Moon Lord like dancing?
I'm doing a little jig.
Yes, my ever baleful companion, the Moon Lord. I have some minor tasks among the company, mainly archivist natures and some accounting. I do the bookbinding for the group and make some coin on the side with it.
The Moon Lord?
I need no introduction. The moonlight is proof. Thank you.
Okay.
I love the Moon Lord.
Go Shiapli Aluz? It's Rodman. Hang on, go Shiapli's type, Billy. Alright, fine. Might be. I don't know. One more attempt for the road. Bronwyn Bonnie Ashpuddle?
That's lovely that everybody's introduced themselves. Hi, I'm Bonnie Ashpuddle. I'm a halfling and also a cleric. And I really, really am thrilled to be here. I've been in my home prepping. I feel what feels like this last month. I have my favorite dress on. It has persimmon design on it. I love making persimmon pie, and I actually bought some slices for everyone here, but they might be mushed in my big, big purse that I have. But I will bring them out later for everyone to all enjoy.
I have never not loved a voice that Evan has done. Not even once.
Banger after banger.
Okay. We will start y'all off. To remind everyone, we are 25 years post end of the 100 Years' War.
We're not going to start in the brass ghetto, are we?
No, you're starting in the gold.
Thank God. No, I mean the
Welcome.
brass ghetto in the gold capital.
No.
There's refugees.
You're starting in the other ghetto.
Oh.
No, your company is rolling back into town after completing your most recent job. You were sent to exterminate a bog hag that had quite recently been causing trouble in the outskirts. And you were successful. However, the contract specified 1. It did not specify that there were 3, and that the Coven rules did in fact apply, causing the Moon Lord's left arm to just disappear.
My arm!
Fortunately, you are returning to a very powerful wizard who was the guarantor on this contract. And he promised in the contract specifically to cover any injuries sustained in the process. So as you wander back into town, you will have to get through the gates to reach the wizard for the contract. And as you wander through town, you notice that it seems festivities are being prepared for, which is not the case from when you left town a month prior. So yeah, would you like to proceed directly to the wizard to get this fixed and get paid, or would anyone like to make any stops along the way?
Do we know why there are festivities?
Not in and of this moment, no.
I was just
Okay.
asking, is there kind of a knowledge, local or history I perhaps could roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a knowledge local.
Also, is it day or nighttime?
It is daytime.
You gotta keep
I'm
the Moon
weak.
Lord updated. You gotta keep the Moon Lord up to date on that one, actually.
Yeah, it's very important.
Daytime.
Moonlord, if for some reason the wizard can get your arm back, Moonlord, I could get you a really sick sickle arm going.
Though that would be cool, I do not need my arm. All I need is my faith.
And that's
Yes,
good
your faith.
spirits to have. I don't think you need another arm. I think you're doing just fine with the one.
Wait, but
Thank
Moonlord,
you.
Perhaps this is
isn't
your
your-
righteous.
isn't that scythe you use kind of like a symbol of your faith? Not necessarily a tool, not a requirement, but more of a thing you channel it through.
You do make a good point. Perhaps I should get my arm fixed.
We need you strong, Moonlord.
Ainlum is where you will be headed.
What's your character's name?
Fino
Fino.
Vento.
I will accompany the two of you.
How about we all go? Remember the last time we let just a couple of people negotiate our contract, and the Moon Lord was one of those people?
It was blasphemy. They were making fun of the moon, saying it should be daytime. Fools.
He still has a mouth.
Why would anybody even say that? Like, what do they have to?
I am. I am in agreement with Jory. We should all go. The revelry can begin after. For those of us who revel. And I'm going to give a side eye to the Moon Lord.
Moonlord will look very confused. That's a big word for him.
Yeah, I turned to Moonlord. The festivities, my friend.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
He wants to
speaking
get drunk.
speaking thereof, Maluna, your role did not, in fact, yield you any knowledge on what these festivities would be. This doesn't seem to be a typical festival for this time of year.
It's not like a harvest festival kind of deal. Like a,
No.
it's
this
something much
is-
more local.
Yeah, this is very out of the time period for this year.
So
We're
it could
not
be a
quite
what
to
celebration
the
or
end of
something.
harvest. We're not quite at springtime, eating out all of the old reserves.
What season is it right now?
We are in the middle of summer.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I love the summer.
I hate it.
Oh, well, that's nice.
The days.
You know, you don't have to like everything that everybody else likes. It's okay to be different.
I agree.
All right. So I assume everyone is heading over to Ainlum,
Sure.
or is anyone
Yeah.
else going to branch off? Okay, everyone's heading to Ainlum.
I think
You
we
make
should
your
stick
way.
together.
You make your way through the city. You cross through the wall at Crosstall, one of the tallest spires in the city. It actually held a siege solely at that location for days. And you make your way to the wizard of the vicinity, the Wizard of Ainlem. You only know him as the Wizard of Ainlem.
Okay.
He prefers his
What
title,
name?
as many do.
You are a founder for this organization.
That doesn't mean much.
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna be a Michael Scott? Hold on.
Oh no.
Please don't be.
Oh, there's a-
So go on, Myphon.
Oh, cool. I didn't want to cut you off. As to the organization, are we more a democratic organization with general people being general seniority?
I leave that to y'all. It's your company, not mine.
Fino?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
That's what I mean. Oldest
Yeah.
person kind of
You are
gets
just tiebreaker guy. I'm chill with that.
All right, we're democratic. Congratulations. Democracy in an age of monarchy.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you wander into this gentleman's shop. You don't see him immediately, but you can hear him clunking around in the back. About 5 minutes goes by, and he finally wanders out and goes, "Oh, you're back." He is quite old, like beard hanging down to the floor. Old man. Yes. Precisely. You're back. Welcome. How did it go? More difficult? How so? Oh dear. Well, that does make sense.
three
That
halves
does make
make
sense.
a coven.
Oh, shit! Did that get cut off?
No. They casted a spell and it disappeared.
So is it gone? Can you feel it still? Is it just invisible? I need to know.
I'm going to swing like a hammer fist arm towards where the Moon Lord's arm should be.
Okay. Roll.
I'm not like hard enough to like do any damage, but hard enough to like jolt him.
Moonlord, are you going to let him make contact, or?
If I have an invisible arm, I'll take the hit and pretend like he doesn't hurt me.
Okay. You swing your arm at him. You make contact with his side. There doesn't seem to be an arm there.
There is no arm there.
I can see. Okay. Huff up on the table. I'll be
I'm just
right
gonna-
back.
Moonlord will stand right on top of the table. He's not gonna lay down.
You were going to be paid 50 gold for the elimination of the bog hag, plus any expenses related to recovery required would be taken care of by the wizard. So the healing is free. And I need
Let
to.
let it be known that Domino is absolutely downright refusing to be amused by the Moon Lord's antics today.
Great wizard, I do not believe your wooden table is sturdy enough to hold me. As he starts stamping around, it kind of creaks a little bit.
Domino is downright
I
refusing.
assure you, that table is quite fine.
Are you
Now
sure? And
hold
I'm gonna jump on it.
It was just for the one.
Domino is turning away to face the other direction.
When the wizard has cause he's going to get something, correct?
Yes, he's gone back to the back.
Hey, Fino, we should probably I mean, the contract was for just for one. You should probably try to get triple because it was 3 of them.
We've earned more than that pitiful 50 gold. Yeah, I give you a stern, a sharp nod.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's nice. I like that.
That would be 10 gold left over. There are 8 of you.
I mean, I'm still
I
chill
would
with,
yeah.
with
You could count Bramble.
Two parts
two
Bramble.
shares to the group.
Yeah, count Bramble. Bramble needs food.
And additionally,
Does
What?
I have
Bramble get
given
fed
you
out of
a
the
group
group
pool
fund?
handout so that you can track whatever you're going to do to the group.
Nice.
Oh, actually, I just realized I'm totally bullshitting you guys. Bramble does not need food. He's a ghost dog.
I was gonna ask, is this a celestial dog? Does he need to eat?
No, yeah, I'm bullshitting you guys. No, Bramble does not need food.
But Fino, we should probably save the haggling till after Moonlord gets his arm fixed.
So the wizard shuffles his way back out to the front. He's holding a lump of silver as large as his hand. All right, now I'm going to need you to lie down, squat something. I can't reach you up there.
Hey, Hawk.
Moonlord will squat down.
Yes.
How much is that amount of silver worth?
Yeah, roll me. Is appraisal a
Appraise.
learned stat or a learned one?
It should have a like.
I have it.
If appraise does not have a star.
It does not have a star, but I have ranks in it anyway. So
All right. If you want to appraise it, you can roll for it. Actually, pulling up
do I
player's
get my
handbook 'cause
+2
I realize we
to
don't want that.
weapon-related rolls as this is a metal used for weapon crafting?
No. Nice try, though. I respect the attempt, but
Yeah.
no.
No, that's completely fair. That's why I ask.
And at that, a lump of silver this much is probably 5 gold worth in silver.
Oh, okay.
It's roughly equivalent to how many coins you could turn it into.
I assume it's like it costs a little bit, like the value of a coin is a little bit more because of like minting or whatever.
Not really. Minting is kind of run by the state. It's not a paid thing most of the time.
So it's just a weight and purity.
Pretty much.
Nice. Makes sure
Um,
the GM's easy.
So, Moonlord, did you squat, lay down, something? Or are you still standing on the table?
I squatted.
Okay. Now, roll up your sleeve.
I'll
Going to
roll
need
up
to
my
make
sleeve.
contact with wherever this would normally make Unless you really want an arm sprouting from your hip.
That would be sick, but no. And I'll roll up my sleeve.
All right. The wizard places his hand on where your arm would be, and his hand is absolutely freezing in that old man kind of way. He begins to speak his enchantment. The hunk of silver disappears, and very, very slowly, and with a lot of cracking and grinding, a new arm, identical to the old one you had, sprouts.
Oh.
What did you say, Rat? No, it does not quite
It's
work
not
that way.
Deadpool.
Rather, it's almost like a new arm is sprouting out of a portal in his shoulder until it connects exactly where it would be supposed to
Oh
be.
my god.
It's
At last. Domino, throw something at me.
I turn around like rapid fire and already have something in my hand to throw. I'm gonna throw. Let me see what I have. I'm gonna throw my whetstone at him.
What do I need
Like
to roll to
cringe a little bit when you do that.
catch- What do I need to roll to catch that hawk? If anything.
Dex, honestly.
Just straight dex check.
Yeah, I think just straight Dex.
professional.
Or no,
trolling.
reflex. Give me a reflex
reflex.
saving throw.
I also want to put out there that I am not tossing this out at him to catch it. I'm throwing this at him.
Would you then, Donnie, roll me a ranged attack?
Sure. What is ranged attack? Just like a dex weapon attack?
There should be a
Uh,
ranged attack option on the front page of the character sheet.
Oh, cool.
It would be with strength though, wouldn't it?
Okay, it says strength
Oh,
modifier.
they're all with strength anyway. Yeah.
What is my neighbor doing? Keep getting raps on the wall. Anyway.
Maybe your neighbor's on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
Really trying to get your attention, this
Moonlord,
doesn't
you
work.
are able to dodge this one.
Oh no, I was trying to catch it.
Then you succeed in catching it.
Nice. I'm keeping this. I'll put it in my
You are not.
backpack.
He will not be keeping Fino. He will not be keeping that. I will kill him in his sleep.
You're
All
definitely
right,
swift,
now
Domino.
about your
Try it.
payment, I believe, and he rummages around underneath the counter and pulls out a bag. 50 gold is what I put out on this one. Here you go. Trying to find if there is actually a persuasion roll. I don't think there is.
Diplomacy, I think.
Yeah,
is
it's
the closest.
diplomacy, I think. Could you
There's
give me
bluff as well.
a... Yeah, but that's for something different.
You speaketh the truth.
Yeah, he's not intimidating him. Let's see.
Yeah, could you give me a diplomacy check, please? Fuck is my neighbor doing? Seriously, I'm getting, like... It's getting annoying.
It is was talk.
Give
It's the-
me a
it's the bed frame
diplomacy check,
sliding
I
up against
believe.
the wall.
What I will want here.
Is there any way like we could be considered helping him? I should have said it before we rolled.
If you roll me a diplomacy and it would succeed on what he's doing, he gets to add 2. That is how the assisting in skill checks rule works. I checked.
I'm sick.
Sick.
Is anyone interested in
I assume only
assisting
one
that's
person's
not
allowed
me?
to do that.
Yeah.
Moonlord would like to
Kinda.
assist.
Oh yeah, with your big bicep out.
Well, no, I think we can stack the +2s. But you're gonna have to be able to describe to me exactly why you're or exactly how you're helping.
Uh, can Moonlord have the head of one of them?
You
Well,
could have
isn't
cut the
it-
heads off all of them if you were willing.
I assume
good.
it's like
Yeah.
because that's like kind of proper form for the craft, right? You bring some proof of kill.
Yeah. What is there like a particular like a bog hag like physical feature? Like not their ear, but like
There's long claws, right?
They do.
Yeah, it could be
They
a
do
taken
have long
hands.
claws.
Toenail.
like three sets of hands.
Like
Sure.
or just the right hand.
I was about to
This is the
say
one. Yeah,
sets of the same hand. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that.
Can Domino have one of the hands? Or
Sure.
a set of hands? Okay.
Moonlord would like 2 hands.
Moonlord has 2 hands. I just made sure
No,
to
got
ask.
one.
two bog hag hands.
Well, it's a little late for that. You should have told me before I regenerated the arm.
You can't help by using another skill, can you?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Moonlord will pull out 2 of the hag hands and say, It was quite a difficult battle, but I feel like if we are paid fair," and I'll look at the old man.
I'm gonna pull
Then
out
no
2 of the
trouble.
I'm going to pull out 2 of the bog hag hands and say, it was not that difficult a battle, but it was 3 hags.
Why are you guys underplaying it? That was scary shit. Moonlord lost an arm. And it wasn't even like somebody like slicing through it with a sword. Nah, it just disappeared. This shit was gone.
Moonlord!
Oof.
All right. So everyone who's attempting to help, please roll me the same diplomacy checks.
Okay.
Damn. The Moon Lord.
Man, it's daytime.
Why
it
is
doesn't matter.
Domino's whispered?
I don't
'Cause
know,
it's
it came in.
automatically.
Oh,
Turn
is
that
it
shit
at-
back on.
oh,
It's at the top, I think.
I prefer it to be whispered, actually.
If it's supposed to be on, turn it
What?
on. It because like first
I
it
want
doesn't do it for
diplomacy
all
be
of them.
whispered.
So that the rest of the group doesn't know exactly what the DC ends up being.
I guess that's
you
fair.
can just say it. I'll just say it, though. I rolled 11, guys.
I've already turned all of them off to
Could.
no, so I
You
don't
could
know
do
what was
that.
yes and what was no.
Okay, so Fino, based on what's been rolled, you get a +2 on yours, which is not enough to succeed this one. The wizard's response is, well, your argument is that you've dispelled a coven, but how many were there in total? Okay. They're only able to form a coven when there are 3. Killing one of them would have completed the contract as is. I think I need to introduce you to a concept in accounting called the time value of money. You see, I was prepared to spend 50 now, but if you force me to spend 130 now, I don't get the interest I would have earned on the extra 80, you see.
If you
So,
hire
What you've done extra
I hate this
is
wizard.
entirely unnecessary to me. I will pay
What we
you the
have done
50.
What we have done extra is extremely necessary to us
I mean,
because we did not want to die by the 2 hags that were still alive when we killed the first.
I don't want to anger you, and I mean, it sounds like you've made up your mind, but and like I know that is what it is, but I mean, travel time is a thing, so it's like you part of what you paid us for was travel. I get that, so like maybe take a little bit off, like, and honestly, like at this point, like if it means we get a little bit extra for the hags, like you could take off that 5 gold that silver was worth, like that really wasn't worth a whole lot. But I think we should still get some because like what these covens can reform.
Clearly not anymore.
Not if you kill all 3 of them, but if you kill 2 or 1, they can reform.
I'll tell you what. Bog hag hands are actually useful in some of what I do. I'll give you 5 gold each for the hands, on top of the contract as it stands. But that is all I'm willing to do.
Hawk, can I? Let me know if this is like. Can I roll spellcraft to see, like, if I know the spell he's using, in justification to know how much a hag hand is actually worth? I'm trying to get around using appraise. If you can catch my
Yeah, I'm not. I was thinking that's more an appraise thing. I don't think I can give you that one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Can I use spellcraft to see what manner of unless is it if he's making a potion? If he's using it for a spell, can I roll spellcraft?
He's not using it for a spell in and of this moment, so I don't think so.
Gotcha.
Do I know what a hag hand is worth?
Roll appraise.
Let's go. Praise Lord.
You know that it's worth about 3 gold.
I will not speak up.
Do I know? Do I know how good the Wizard of Einlam is?
He is good enough to have made it to this old age, which generally says something because many wizards, especially wizards, have a tendency to have higher level spells blow up in their face when they first try them, which is why there aren't many of them.
I have pretty much only met old wizards.
As well, he survived the war, which is quite telling.
That's fair.
That is another thing, is this man is clearly old enough to have been alive during that period. Do we have a deal? Everything during the festival will be free. Do you not know?
What is the festival?
Rodestron the Bright is going to ascend. He is ceding his throne to his eldest daughter. You can give me religion, actually, because it falls more under that. It is. It is actually very generally known, so I will just give it to you. Fair enough. So, in order to prevent there being all-out territorial wars, when another dragon becomes eligible, the eldest usually cedes and ascends to godhood. Rodestron, despite not actually having ruled for all that long, is already eligible to cede the throne. And so, as part of that, traditionally, I mean, different kingdoms, slightly different traditions, but in the gold ones, the ascending dragon must have a festival kingdom-wide that he must pay for.
How many times has this happened?
This is the first time in living memory.
Okay. Shit.
So not a whole lot.
And that is living memory across all races.
For any kingdom or just the Gold Kingdom?
for any kingdom.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. I mean, the festival is being prepared for, but I don't anticipate that it's going to start for a month, as taxes have been increased dramatically to pay for it. But with the distribution of everything and how it will be paid for, everything will make it back into everyone's hands. No one's going to fall on hardship. He will shake.
The importance of like this legendary historical event that's about to take place, I think, is definitely heavy on Domino's shoulder for about like 3 or 4 seconds, and then he looks back at the Wizard of Vinelam and he says, "And wine is free.
Yes. Wine is free.
To the festival we go."
The festival
I
will
like-
not start for a while. We're still in the
It starts in a
preparation
month.
phase. It is anticipated to start later in the month.
This disappoints me greatly.
You know what, Domino?
And as he
I'll buy you a
releases
bottle.
your hand, Fino, a bag of gold appears in your hand almost by magic. Ooh.
I clap a hand on
Spooky.
Kayla Ness's back and I say, "Kay, every single time there is an opportunity for you to pay for the bottle, you pay for the bottle."
Yeah, that's just proper etiquette, right? That's how I was raised.
No, that is what a person does when they're trying really, really hard to make friends.
It's throwing me money, is what it is. I scoff.
I just don't have a whole lot of use for money.
My eyes narrow at Maluda, and then I look back at Kay and I say, "And it works. You have made many friends."
I mean, thank you. That was an interesting interaction. I don't really know how to react to that.
Now, if you're still looking for work, I do have one job. I need an ingredient restocked, but I won't keep you if you're not seeking additional work. Oh, it's actually very simple. You see, there's a mushroom used as a binder in many poultices. I have completely run out of stock, and it's a little out of my way to get. You see, it grows and is harvested entirely in giant ant colonies. And unfortunately, it requires an ant to pick it, as they are the only ones that seem to be able to detect when it is ready. So, it's, as you can imagine, rather tedious and not something I would go get myself.
Have you tried a
Melina.
Oh, Maluda. Hmm. Giant ants. Do they? You said they pick them. Do they store them?
Typically not. They tend to bind them in their spit and grind them, and it is fed to their younger ones.
I see, but at that point, it's useless to you.
Yes, once it's ground, it's entirely useless to me. I need it whole.
Then we must strike down the younger ones so they cannot grind it up.
Wow.
Does any of our party have like control over beasts or some measure?
No, I don't think we have anyone that does anything like that.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at handling animals, but that's an ant. more bug. I'll just say I have no experience in wrangling bugs.
I think a contract of 50 gold again is quite worth this one.
How many mushrooms do we need to get?
As much as you can get. I'm doing 50 blankets because I don't know what you'll be able to get a hold of.
Should we get above a certain number?
$50. But if you only come back with one, $50. Bring me
Fino, I
everything
do
the
not-
colony has.
I do not like this. We are, shall I say, good at our job. I believe we are locking ourselves into a contract where we will be making less, despite doing more.
Alright. Yes, if you can bring me as many of those verminwort mushrooms, that would be fantastic. Last I'd heard, there's a colony about 6 days' travel along the coast to the west. Yes, I make that standard in my contracts. Alright, if you accept and he flicks his hand and a contract appears with the exact details he just specified, sign there and the contract's yours. No, he just says you have to get it back to him.
The time limit is the festival.
A copy actually appears in your backpack, and a secondary copy is still on the table, so that you have a copy to reference yourself. Best of luck with the new arms. Sorry I couldn't give you a bog hag hand.
None taken. Perhaps I will lose another.
All right. And with that, y'all head out of the shop. You have 65 gold to allocate amongst yourselves, or to the group pool handout that I've given you.
Okay, hang on now.
What's the remaining?
How about just how about just divide by 10 and then
8 total.
split it just do two parts. That's not fair.
Yeah, like
I have a question for Fino generally and to the rest of the copper coins. When was the last person that you saw part of the copper coins who got their retirement payout?
we get retirement payouts.
Old Collie was here when I joined, and he died. And Benji died. Susanna, she is dead. We are paying into an investment that most of us will not see statistically.
The
It
weak
also
die.
It pays for our travel.
Potatoes.
Do not worry, Domino. I will take your retirement fund and use it for myself when you are dead.
This worries me more.
At least it has a use.
Yes, go back to killing commoners and bridges.
And another thing. I do not like this new contract.
Okay. I mean, 6 days. 6 days is a long time. So, I think that if we're going to do something like this, it should only be if we get another contract that sends us in the same direction.
Indeed.
I mean, do I know off the top of my head? Or are they a little bit too specific of an item?
They might be a little too specific for you.
That's fair.
Do you have a name though?
Verminwort. The Verminwort, which was done very, very intentionally.
Should we send someone else along with Maluna and Kay? I only fear that Maluna is dishonest and Kay is very, very nice.
Watch your mouth, tiny man.
Who's taller? It's the Moon Lord's half orc, right?
I'm
the Moon
7
Lord's
feet.
Yeah. The Moon Lord's definitely bigger.
How tall are you as well, Dragon? Because I'm 6'3".
Yeah, I'm probably like 6'1", 6'2".
I'm 6'2".
Yeah, I just look down at you scowling.
You're 2 inches taller at maximum.
Yeah, looking down.
Yeah, exactly. I like walk up to the Domino.
There is a tavern nearby.
In the Einlum district. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Is there a square in the middle of my map?
Where does square come?
Oh, I was just adding. I didn't know where the tavern was, so I was just adding stuff.
What are the open container laws like here?
There aren't any.
Yeah, I'm getting a bottle of wine.
It's medieval kingdom.
Look, man.
All right, so we have a group going to find an apothecary to see what these mushrooms might actually be worth. We have at least Rat going seeking work. Who's going where?
I will go with Fino.
Alright, then I'm gonna go with Maluna and Kay.
I'm keeping an eye on the Moon Lord.
What about Maluna?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good with K.
We're writing the apothecary diaries.
Yeah.
what about Bonnie?
That Moon Lord is really testing my nerves right now. He got a new arm and now he wants to get bold. I think somebody should be keeping an eye on him and not just that mutt.
Mutt.
And Rodman, which group will you be going with? Or are you going to do something else? Okay.
At the work group, I assume.
Warts.
A for
Work
apothecary.
A for job.
All right. Let's do Fino's group first. Fino, where are you going to try and go, and what are you actively seeking? Okay, and I've got Moonlord, Jory, and Bonnie going with you, correct?
Correct.
All right. Just making sure I had that straight. All right, so you're looking for a way down there, and what was the other thing you said? I'm terribly sorry. Okay. So, the first place you could go, and you are aware of this, being that you have worked in this town before, there is a map in the tavern nearby, with noted hazards along the way. And it actually does, fortunately for you, have that giant ant cave, because this group has built itself into a cave, marked. So it's a fairly straightforward trip. I'm going to move you to the map page real quick. So where you will be going is you will be working your way down along this coast. This will actually play nice through here and out to here. This little peninsula out here, there's a coastal cave that they've kind of worked their way into.
That's 6 days travel.
Every hex, man. Could take a boat. You'd have to rent a boat. Why do you make me search things? Kidding. Kidding.
Yeah, how much was renting renting charter? I guess to like a not important location though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for the rules on that to give an adequate quote for that. I know there
Oh.
were some.
Do we know what the city's called?
Gold City.
Maybe.
Might ass.
I mean, none of these have been refuted so far.
So all of them.
Smite 2.
Smite 2.
City right beside Wale, Carkeys.
I'm going to say that it would cost...
I'm pretty sure there's a. Hold on.
I'll say it'd cost about 10 gold there and back. And that's not including meals.
and Domino and Moonlord go through a lot.
Correct. Aside from what else you'd put in there. As you do have a handout, and you have 9 gold in there at the moment.
Well, so like rations are more expensive than like food in a town. So like, oh, but for the travel, yeah. Is it 5 silver per ration? Is it like, or am I like? way
Can someone
overpricing?
check the planar handbook?
Every time.
I hate you.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'm on my way as well. It's a race, Oldman.
Oh, I think it'll be because I'm control F-ing.
Oh shit. He's moving quick.
Rations trail
5
per
silver
day,
per
5
day.
silver.
Yeah, I said it first, so.
Hawker dog rations cheaper, or are they equally as expensive? Oh, he doesn't. The dog doesn't need rations. That's what this, right?
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
The Moon Lord will eat dog rations.
Guys, if we eat shit food at inns, it's always 1 silver per day, alright? Hear me out. If we find places to stop every day.
And let's see.
Hockey. Quick question. In the surrounding area of the Gold Kingdom, is it pretty easy to scavenge for food?
To scavenge? Not. So you could,
Mm-hmm.
but you'd be looting it off of farmland.
Ah, I see. Well, the Moon Lord has no problem with that, but I don't know. If that's
No,
much
but
of an
it's
option for
typically
you.
not well received either.
Yeah.
Jory wouldn't let it happen. Jory couldn't let it happen.
George respects
Good
landlords.
Those farmers have been working for months to grow that carrot. Months, I tell you.
The carrot disappears under the Moon Lord's mask, and the Moon Lord says, "What carrot?" And then you hear crunching.
Months.
I do also have spells feeding food.
Oh, you have spells for food?
Like, create
Not for
food.
you.
What the fuck? Do you have But
Don't you like
does it have-
photosynthesize with the moonlight?
Yes. Does that spell cost gold though?
Let me check.
And as far as jobs, you do come across a job board outside of the tavern. It has been noted that there is a group of orcs in the area that have been causing problems that could be taken as a job,
Oh, boys.
as well as a group of gnolls has taken up a little further down the line. It would be on the pathway if you walked.
I say we take both missions.
What if we boat there and then walk back?
For the orcs, I'd say about 30 gold. For the what was the other thing I said? Gnolls 20.
Look, guys, hour and
Which-
15.
Roll me. Trying to find the right roll for this.
Hour and 15 into a hawk campaign, and we've already done more math than like any other campaign.
Not intended.
There's already been multiple
What do you
accounting jokes.
What do you mean
too.
not? Yeah, I was about to say, what do you mean not intended? The wizard was making accounting jokes.
It's true, he was.
No one just slipped out.
And everyone's characters, there's a little piece of them.
If you roll me knowledge, either knowledge dungeoneering or knowledge local.
I don't think I have any knowledge to help you.
Bonnie?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
knowledgeable.
no, I don't.
Okay. For the record, there are no crits or crit fails on skill checks, but regardless, with that roll, you're 100% aware that that null contract is dramatically underpriced. 20 gold for as many nulls as it says are on there, that is not worth it.
And gnolls don't keep like goods, right? Like they just eat.
And for a 15 null contract, 20 gold is disgusting. It should be at least twice that.
I also feel like we would get back from that contract and we would be like, we're here to turn in the null contract, and they'd be like, yeah, you're here to turn in the null contract, ha 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 ha, and not pay us. And then we'd have to kill them.
It's exceedingly difficult to haggle on an issued contract on a job board. You'd have to get it up front.
Fino, you are not considering the experience of fighting gnolls under the moonlight. That is priceless.
You're also not considering that we could be helping. No one else is gonna take this contract.
I say we take both.
Alright.
To kill them.
Alright.
Correct.
I think that might be biting off a bit more than we could chew.
Maybe for you.
I could chew significantly more than you.
I have a larger mouth, halfling.
But not as much spirit.
The orc contract would have been about 3 days outside the city on their path. Yeah, approximately. None. They just want it done. Okay, you rip that contract off the board, which in the Gold Kingdom constitutes acceptance. At
Which
price.
in the Gold Kingdom is a great crime. You're just supposed to, there's an address on it that you're supposed to visit.
The
hell are
moon
you
There,
doing?
there were actually 10 little pull tabs at the bottom of it you could have taken, but
No competition, yeah.
The Moon Lord will take the null one.
Shit, man.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
What would Meluna say if she knew you took a half-price job?
Not be happy about that. Probably just start stealing them with food.
The null contract is being issued by a farmer, actually a farming conglomerate that's a little further out, which that kind of explains the underpricing. The local guild is issuing the orc contract. Merchants Guild. Oh yeah, absolutely is.
Although I do see a point in doing the null contract. Those farmers might need help.
I think we should do both.
Yes.
There's no good price for justice. Those mean people shouldn't be doing that, and somebody needs to put a stop to it.
Agreed.
Exactly right.
No one's
Oh,
another
God.
day's,
Oh, hold on, wait a
or
second.
actually 2 days up
I
the coast.
disagreed with the Moon Lord. Hold on.
See,
I
it's
need to,
okay.
I
We're
need to
all
rethink
getting
my
along.
position here. I need to rethink my
Yeah.
position here. Make sure everything checks out with this.
Man, y'all have decided for the combat route.
We're mercenaries.
I mean, you don't
15
have
days.
to.
Those farmers are relying on us.
Who did the interview for the Moon Lord?
I think the person who probably did is dead, honestly.
Jory,
Well,
since you were
Ollie.
so excited for this mission,
There was no wizard at the time.
As a package deal.
Jory, since you were so excited for this mission, perhaps you should hold on to it. And I'll hand him it.
Oh, okay. Sure, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of default to y'all having done that. And I'm just gonna charge you on the back end for it to avoid a metric shit ton of general store trip.
Illegal block in the back.
But what
You're
if I
not
wanna
hunting
go
Patrick
bargaining
Mahomes.
in a general store for a couple of hours?
All right. Anything else you'd like to do, or shall we switch over to the other group?
I'm good.
I'm fine.
Alrighty. Maluna, K Domino, and Rodman. Y'all were going to apothecaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Whoa.
Get yoinked, bitches.
We got yoinked.
The nearest one to the Einlum district is actually this building up here, which I happened to look up. God damn it. It's not letting me. Anyway, it's on that corner, kind of by this chapel here. On the northeast corner of that intersection.
Okay.
That's too big.
So you walk into the apothecary. There's a couple people in there talking to the shopkeep, trying to get their herbs and everything else they need.
Do they sell wine?
They do not.
Tough.
Have to do that one at a bar, I'm afraid.
Not even like bitters or something.
No, not even like bitters.
Tough.
Nice try, buddy. After about half an hour, you are able to get in contact with the shopkeep. Hi, how can I help you?
Fine, we've been waiting forever.
Well,
No
you
problem,
didn't
man.
have an appointment, so I don't even know who you are.
Yes, I've heard such good things about this place. Well, Fino, do you have that name of that mushroom?
Fino's
sorry,
not in this group.
Quilon. Sorry, I keep thinking Quilon. This is Fino. I don't know why. Quilon.
Mm-mm-mm. Ellie!
I don't have the name of the mushroom. I'm trying to think.
Oh, I've got it. I was talking in character. Sorry. It is the
Verminwort.
Verminwort.
Yeah, it's the verminwort.
You're looking to buy some verminwort? I do have some.
You do?
Oh, yes. It's not particularly common to have it bought. It's only useful for a few things. Might I ask why you're looking for it?
I look over Quilon's professional interest. No, nothing of. What is it used for? Though.
Well, it's a binding agent used in a few poultices, but the poultices that require it, they're few and far between, and frankly, some of them are very heavily regulated.
How much do you sell the Verminwort for?
It usually comes out to about. Oh, it's sold so infrequently. I might actually have to go get my pricing book. 1 second.
Thank you.
She wanders off to the bookshelves on the far corner and starts ripping through most of them, just trying to find the one that she's looking for. No, it's
Do you
not.
remem-
I
do you
don't think
remem-
I've
I'm-
even ever actually had to use one.
I'm whispering to Maluna and Kailanis. Do you remember what the man said about the time value of money?
I was thinking the same thing.
Here it. No, damn it. This. Okay. Yeah. The last time.
You pulled out the planar handbook instead of the player's handbook, didn't you?
God damn it.
Yes,
Every
potions instead of the
time with
potions.
this thing.
A common mistake.
This is actually the planar handbook too.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Cannot believe they made a second one.
Well, the first one was just such a piece of shit.
Garbage.
No, the last time this was sold in this store was actually 26 years ago. It's a good thing these things keep. And it was sold for 5 silver apiece. It's
Interesting.
expensive for a poultice ingredient, but it's not that expensive in the aggregate, I suppose.
Okay, with the information we were given, were we given like a picture of what it looked like? Or just told like the original location?
I don't believe you were. It was just the general location.
Does she have a description?
She does. She actually has the product, funny enough.
Yeah.
Would you like to ask her anything?
Yeah, I kind of like I'm mulling this over in my head, doing my my countess look is what I call it, where I just kind of like stand regally, in like a pose, but unmoving, staring off into the distance, like a kind of don't talk to me look, if you know what I mean, and I kind of like, yes, I believe I would like to buy 2, please. You said they keep. Good. I have.
Oh, yes. These things keep for years. That's partly why they're a great binding agent, is they do not break down.
sidebar. Team sidebar.
Yes, let me speak with my companions one moment. I'll get that silver right out to you. And I start going through my bag while I'm talking to them.
So I know that like the idea of cutting this corner and doing this thing is kind of a good oh yeah, we'll get money now. But like if a really powerful wizard is asking for an ingredient that takes years to break down, maybe it's because he wants something bound for years, not and this he wants it fresh.
Oh yes, I certainly agree, but Quaylanus, you're quite kind, and I say it with such pity and derision, that I can't quite do, but Valuna can do. It is possible if this is used for something quite darker, or something that he doesn't want to be known that it was sourced in the city. It could be some manner of aiding and abetting, leverage we could have over him, especially regarding payment.
I think I understand much of your plan, Maluna, but 2?
Oh, you misunderstand. Apologies, Domino. I forget your mental faculties aren't up to my standards. I would like some samples, if mayhaps we were not given a description of the mushroom, but a location. What if it's a different breed? What if we're getting something much rarer?
Well, I think that side of it, yeah, that's interesting. Like we should compare it to this product here.
Exactly, my thoughts exactly. And 2 is an unsuspicious number to buy. 1, and we're getting a sample. 2, we know what we're doing.
I understand, Maluna. You are not as, how should I say, skilled with understanding people and their motivations. It is a flaw many who think themselves intellectual have. But do you not think that it would trouble him not to give us a more accurate description if he thought that we were gathering something much more rare? What if we happen across the more common variety and bring it back to him?
Oh, that is exactly my point. Foolish. Domino. That is exactly my point. I believe we may not be getting this brand of mushroom, this species of mushroom at all. In fact, I think it may be something completely different. And if he had given us evidence of such, we could use that against him. Double check with an apothecary here, as we are doing now.
But would he not run the risk of us just bringing him the common variety?
In truth, I don't know. I dare not speak with people's souls.
Perhaps we won't bring him the common variety if we follow his instructions. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, kind of. I finally pull out. Here is a gold, my lady.
Thank you. And here are your 2 mushrooms. And she has plucked off of a hanging strand 2 mushrooms that are rust red with black spots and extremely dry and withered.
Ooh, awesome. Okay. Rust red.
Now, out of professional curiosity, I have to ask, what is your intended use for these?
And I'm going to bring my hand up to my mouth, like I'm trying to look coy, but Maluna's face is made of stone, so I go, oh, and I do a fake laugh. Ha!
Is that literal?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
seriously though.
Oh, I didn't know.
Like there's 5 recipes that call for this, and 2 of them are banned. What do you intend to do with this?
We are thickening a stew.
The binding agent. Well,
Thickening
myself and my
Okay,
partner
hold on. How serious were you being with that in character?
No, I'll let Altman finish his.
Oh, what you said? I didn't even hear. I was just in my own world.
I said we are thickening a stew.
So good. I think it's. Did you want to say that? That's great.
Okay, sure. Fuck it, we're thickening a stew.
How serious are you being with that?
All right, we're in on it. Domino doesn't know magic.
Yeah, I sent a quick glare.
Can you give me a bluff check?
Sure.
Can I help? Oh,
This is
actually,
by the
I
way,
don't
guys,
have bluff skilled, and it's fine.
this is like the only charisma skill that I don't have points in.
That's right. I remember you mentioned that.
Boom.
Oh,
I'm
oh!
still goaded. I'm still goaded though.
16. Yeah, she looks at you and goes, "No. This is not a mushroom for a stew.
It is a mushroom
It's
stew.
the binding properties on this. You're not going to have a stew anymore.
Oh, you
You're going to have a stew sickle.
My companion is a fool. And
Clearly.
a fool and a scoundrel. In the opportunity.
It's serious.
I am
In all seriousness, I need to know. I cannot sell you this without you knowing what you're using it for.
Oh yes, it is actually it is the thickening property and the drying property that I'm particularly interested in. I'm looking to a way to keep food fresh. I'm experimenting with some magical spells I had learned from a druid friend of mine, friend of the woods. In the I wouldn't say druid. I say a friend of the woods of mine. And I'm quite interested in seeing if I can make rations last longer. They're quite expensive for potions, but if, compared to salt, if a pinch of this can do, well, I believe be quite well.
Of course, Maluna knows the magic. Domino, he says, use the white of an egg to bind. But Maluna says, no.
Yeah. Roll me another bluff check, please, Maluna.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
She pulls the mushrooms back and says, I can't sell you these. Again, there are recipes where this is quite illegal. I cannot sell you this. And she pushes your gold coin back across the table. I will not accept payment, and I'm not going to report you for this because the sale has not gone through. I cannot sell you this. Because again, I'm only aware of 5 recipes that use this, and 2 of them are illegal here. Because 2 of them are poisons.
And I perk back up. Poisons, you say?
How about we just be honest with the people that we're
Can I suggest a smash cut to outside? Or do you guys have more to say?
So I'm just gonna be honest with you, nice apothecary lady. We were on a mission from the Wizard of Ainlam.
Okay, and he
and we were-
needs these mushrooms?
And we were gonna use them to cross-reference
Odd.
the ones that
Wonder
were
what he used them
gathering.
in. Oh, no, I bet you I know exactly what he used them in. He was regenerating limbs again, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, slather these on some silver, and that's one of the things it's useful for.
Yeah, everybody actually lost an arm fighting some bog witches.
Ugh. Oh, I know that contract. I'm glad those are gone. That was causing me some difficulty.
Yes, those bog witches, not bog witch.
Yes. Several bog witches.
So I thought the 50 gold contract was actually quite generous on that. I'm surprised.
Well, yeah, it seemed generous because it was advertising killing one of them rather than 3 of them.
Interesting. Either way, I still can't sell you this, but I
now
do
we know what it looks
business.
like. Can
I
I
do
just-
business with the wizard, and if he's giving you a contract to go get them, he wants them fresh.
That's what I was telling these guys. They didn't want to listen.
So good. My character would never
And I
believe
just
someone's being
extend
straight
my
with them.
hand for a handshake.
I-
Pleasure talking to you, though.
I also love the idea that both of us were incredibly diminutive to Kalanis for being too kind to actually be effective, and that's the only strategy that works here.
Yes. And we even got more information to the fact that like the guy was really nice to us.
Yes.
She reaches her hand out, mildly disturbed at this entire interaction, and says, "Thank you for the honesty. Can I do anything else for you?"
Do you sell wine?
No.
What
There's
about
a
healing
tavern
potion?
3 blocks over. A healing potion I could do, actually.
How much would those be?
Let's see what I have in stock.
I'm trying to find the page. I'm like,
Let's see. I have one that is the equivalent of Cure Light Wounds. That's 50 gold. Takes quite a bit to actually brew these.
I'll have to talk to the boss about using the group fund if we were interested in doing that. But you might see us back here later.
yes, the bloodworm's quite hard to procure. If I remember from my studies.
And that, for the record, is the cheapest one.
Let's see. Could you perhaps would you be willing to take in a job for an Everburn torch at some point? Either yourself or one of your compatriots who specialize in such.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I couldn't quite hear you. You're quite far from your mic.
Oh no, it went quiet again. I hate when it does that. Do any of your compatriots have the skill? I do not question your skill, but merely it is quite rare to make an ever-burning torch, or yourself as well. I would certainly be willing to buy one in the future, not making one now.
I don't have that skill myself, I'm afraid. It's a little bit outside of my expertise, and I can't speak to the skill of other apothecaries as I don't tend to visit them very often.
Ah, Maluna, we will need to find another solution for your cold heart.
One day, I'm sure you'll warm it, Domino, with your blood. Yes, but well, how about us? Do you have any sun rods in stock?
I do not. I believe I sold the last of those a year ago and have not restocked.
Ah, darn! The breeding season for the bugs, for the light flies, is not for another year. Unfortunate. Well, I appreciate your time.
Don't forget your gold. She's tapping your gold coin still on the counter.
I kind of wave as I'm walking away. Well, we had a good conversation, but well, you don't. Do you really need to remember us?
She
This
blinks a couple times and is like, "Don't forget your gold."
this is Maluna's
Ah.
gold coin, right?
I'm going to take the gold coin and just whisper to the apothecary on my way. I'm really sorry for these two. Co-workers.
Your company.
It really was a pleasure, though, and I will be back at some point for the potion. I'm not sure if it'll be some point soon, but I'll be back.
Best of luck. It might be here when you get back. It might not.
Well,
chance so I'm guessing that's all of you out of the shop then.
Yeah, they snatch that gold back. Thank you, Quinn.
No, you snatch it as I am handing it back, and I just after a couple seconds, you two ought to be nicer to people.
So yeah, you've stepped back into the street. The street is quite active. You are directly across from a chapel, and The chapel is currently being decorated for what looks like the festival. Gold banners all over.
I'm going to look very hard at the chapel for about 2 seconds, and then wrap my an arm around either shoulder of my two compatriots and say, "So bar or brothel?"
Oh, the scowl. The scowl is penetrating.
Well, you know me, Dom. I'm more of a bar type of guy.
Well, we need to meet our compatriots somewhere, I suppose.
All right, so you are going to link up back with them at the tavern that they were staying at?
Sounds
I
good to
assume.
me.
All right, you make your way back down south through the city and link up with your compatriots. I assume you share what you've learned.
Mm-hmm.
And to the other group, do you share the contracts you've taken on?
My
Yes, I have something to speak with you about, though. It's of little import for now. His yes, the bloodthirst. The day is quite hard on him. I don't apologize for him, but yes, this is. I will keep his company in the future. Yes, yes.
Miss Ashbottle.
Oh my god.
Have I heard it
I
right?
love your accent.
Oh, thank you very much. I love yours.
Do what?
Have I heard correct that it was the Moon Lord who took on the contract to defeat the Null Scourge for the farmers?
Yeah, but we all would have done it. I mean, we were all in agreement. He's just the one that picked up the paper, so I don't think he should be getting the blame for if we have to put in the work. I think that's just my piece, though. But what does everybody else feel? That's just how I feel
Wait.
currently in this moment.
Why are we assigning blame? But Moonlord, I'm just shocked. That was a really noble thing for you to do.
I'm like
That's what I
looking
thought.
really. I'm leaning against a wall and looking like really nonchalant. It's like it's a little bit. It's not that cool. It's a little bit cool.
Donnie, I feel the need to point out that it sounds your character, your accent that you've chosen, sounds like you're trying to peddle your finest Copper Dragon Parno.
Finnish Italian porno. It's a little bit cool.
Uh, yes, you can have chartered a ship. And you did get a quote of, I believe, 10 gold round trip or 5 gold one way.
Thanks for doing the math.
Fino, do you remember what happened last time those of the White Dragon Kingdom were on a boat?
Wait, we're going on a boat.
We could leave Manuna and the Moon Lord.
You will do no such thing.
Those ants would eat you alive. Oh, Fina, it was one slight complication. We are being misled, possibly, as to the nature of this contract. I do not mean necessarily in a bad way. This may be his way of paying us back, or that he may have an ulterior motive, not wanting to source the ingredients. They're used for, apparently, the regrowing of limbs, I mentioned the Moon Lord, and also poisons. We may be getting ourselves involved in a trap. But I'm not good at reading people, as Domino is always so quick to remind me.
Hawk, I am purchasing a common pitcher of wine.
Okay. I assume you're taking the price in the player's handbook because that is what I would charge you.
Yes, that is 2 silver for a pitcher.
All right, you get proper change.
Excellent.
Seeing Domino buy a pitcher of wine, I am also buying a pitcher of wine.
All right, you also get proper change.
Can I buy a gallon of ale?
If you can find the price for it, yeah, knock yourself
Yeah,
out.
it's two silver.
Wait, did you get
Love
a red
that
or a
all
white?
of you were looking for.
It's a red.
How much alcohol are we bringing on this trip?
Okay, if you got a red, I'm gonna get. If you got
This
a red,
is
I'm
this
getting a
is
white.
tonight. This is fucking tonight, Jory.
Oh my god.
We're back from a job, man. This is downtime.
Mm-hmm. That's right, bitches. Hawk started you on his least favorite type of session, a downtime session.
It's my most favorite. I love downtime.
All right. Would anyone else like to do anything with their evening?
I would like to leech
George-
off of
George's
everyone's
gonna drink
alcohol
water.
if possible.
Yeah, I gotta get. I only wanted a mug, but I know you're gonna take the rest of the gallon.
Yeah.
I think for the first quarter of my wine, there's no way the Moon Lord's leeching any of it. For the next 3 quarters of wine. Now, for the first half, there's no way the Moon Lord's getting any of it. For the next half of wine, I mean, if he's nice about it.
George's drinking water. He'll cast lay on hands on anybody who gets too drunk.
Jory,
So mean.
you cannot be drinking only water, my friend. It is a celebration. We killed 3 hags, Jory.
No, I really don't partake.
I think we need to stop calling these women hags. Y'all keep throwing around this word bog hag, and I think that's a really uncouth word to be calling a group of women.
Oh, I was calling
I
them
mean,
witches.
they were
Is that
hags
better?
though. Like,
No.
In truth, Bonnie, I think it is a question of whether they are, if they are monsters or people.
Oh,
Do you believe them pertaining of particular intelligence and not just malice in form? Because bog hags, do they breed? Do they grow? They certainly age, but they don't die.
Bonnie, my friend, you must ignore Maluna. She is,
she's college educated.
that's the one. But these bog hags, they were threats to the people of this area. You must understand.
Does that give y'all the right to call them hags repeatedly?
It's not even addressing the point.
You
It's,
see,
hold on
I
one
understand
second,
the
Jory.
misunderstanding here, because
yeah.
hag is a term that's used for, like, a derogatory term used for some women sometimes. However, these are literal hags. Like, they're not women; they're literal monsters. It's like it's the word that the insult comes from.
Okay.
A moment, if you all will. Jory is bothering me. Ladies and gentlemen of this tavern, Have
I
you
know
ever
you.
seen? Have you ever seen somebody who drove a lance through a bog hag's chest riding only a Saint Bernard? Well, today you have, and I grab onto Jory's shoulders.
Yeah, I did do that. Yeah, yep. I did that.
Eh? Huh?
The
Oh, he's
a
getting
few people
loud.
pay attention, but most of them are too involved in their own ale.
I will shut him up, Bonnie, if he's too loud.
No, we don't need to do that. You scare me.
Oh, by the way, knowing that the Moon Lord, I've traveled with the Moon Lord for long enough, knowing that he's gonna mooch off of people. When I got my pitcher, I got 2 glasses and gave him 1.
Nice, let's go.
Everybody's just giving the Moon Lord alcohol.
Mm-mm.
So we're going on a boat.
You are going on a boat.
Is it going to be cold on the boat?
It is not. It is actually going to be rather warm.
Oh my god,
For
it's
this
the
time of year.
summer. I love this. I love being on a boat in the summer.
Ah, Bonnie, a
It's
woman
so
after my
nice
own
to-
heart.
Right. It's so nice to just, you sit back in your 2-piece sometimes or a 1-piece and you sit back and you have your feet up. You get the nice mini pedicure. It feels so good. Do you know what I'm talking about, Maluna?
I despise the warm air and the insects that it brings. But I would not disparage you your fun.
We'll
we
get
sure
you
there's
in
like
the
no other way
daiquiri.
that we could go? Like any other form of transportation?
What'd you say, Billy?
Are we sure there's like no other form of transportation we could use? Is that like the only way?
No, we have to use the boat.
Oh.
Kelanus, you must ease your stomach. You're a copper kingdom man.
Oh, yeah, I
Is
know.
Kelanus is a man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have the sea in our blood.
The sea's in our blood, but in our history, there's also a lot of blood in the sea.
This is true. And those men died with their hearts sailing across the beautiful sapphire waters. And what better way to die is there, Kay?
Peacefully in your sleep at an old age.
No, incorrect. But I like the spirit.
Lou just like kind of coughs out, hacks out a laugh. That's not the mercenaries' lot.
Protecting your friends?
Ah, now we are talking.
But like,
If
if a boat sinks, I'm not gonna be like, I'll die taking out a bunch of water, not. And everyone's gonna die. I'm gonna die knowing that all of my friends are gonna die too.
Okay, imagine this though. You are with a beautiful lover, yes? You are both on a boat, and the boat has some significant accident and begins to slip beneath the waves. And your lover, she manages to find a piece of wood and climbs her body upon it. And you attempt to swim towards it, but only at the last minute you realize if you were to also climb upon it, it would sink below the waves. And so you allow yourself to drop to the bottom of the sea so that she may continue to sail along. Is there not glory there, Kay?
You remind me so much of my ex-husband.
I just
He
think
was
it's so
also
much better.
delusional with love.
Where is the glory in that? He should have taken the plank for himself.
The glory is in the sacrifice.
Jory! He is a man who gets it.
Sacrifices for the weak.
the weak are to be sacrificed, I say back.
sacrifices for the weak. You can sacrifice on the weekend. I care not.
Bah, fools and their deaths that chase them.
Is it nighttime yet?
It is. It is well into the evening now.
Moonlord will set down his drink and then go outside.
Okay. The streets have cleared out for the most part. No one's working this late into the evening. There are the starts of various decorations, golden banners, dragon symbols emblazoned on flags, the lot.
Moonlord will just sit down and just start
Okay.
praying.
You pray to a moon. You do not get great connection to your god, as you are currently in the middle of a gold dragon city surrounded by shrines to various previous gold dragons.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone else? Still inside partying, or are we cutting it off?
What's the room situation?
It is later into the evening. Several people have already headed upstairs or started wandering out to go home. The bartender's
But-
still working, but it looks like they're probably only still working because you're down there.
But how are we rooming together?
Yeah, where are we sleeping?
All right, everyone's got to pick roommates. Let's go. Here we go.
Oh God.
Moonlord.
Yep. You saw that one coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Lannis. Okay. I could see Fino with Robin's character to avoid any absent-minded wandering, which leaves Jory and Bonnie.
That's a weird.
The dog stays off the bed.
The dog doesn't exist at nighttime.
What?
He only stays for 10 hours and then he goes
I've
back
been
to
meaning
the
to ask you
Feywild.
about that. I have not seen him go potty or pee or poop of any kind. Is he
He
okay?
doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't need to.
Mm-mm.
Come to think of it, I've never seen Jory go potty neither.
All right.
Lana.
So
Domino snores so fucking loud. I hope you're aware.
You absolutely do not even get poked about it.
okay. I think y'all turn in for the evening unless there's anything anyone else would like to do. Yeah, it is whenever you have scheduled it for. I assume midday the next day. Okay. Midday the next day it is. Everyone wakes up in the morning, adequately refreshed, not particularly hungover. Y'all
Fuck
do
yeah.
this often enough. Would anyone like to do anything before the boat departs?
I want to go to the bathroom.
Oh, Fino,
You can go to the bathroom.
while I was at the apothecary yesterday, I was inquiring about a healing potion. It would be 50 gold. Do you think we should buy that from the funds? figured I'd inquire about it.
Uh,
Mhm.
Hawk,
Yes.
I will be preparing the same spells I did yesterday
Okay.
as a cleric.
Oh, I forgot. What spell do I prepare?
All
I can't
right.
I can't prepare multiple. I can only cast one.
With
How
that,
doable.
is there anything anyone else needs to do before we get on a boat and get traveling?
No?
I do my morning prayer.
O Domine.
It actually probably wakes Domino up, but unless he's a really heavy sleeper. But
I think he's a pretty heavy. I think he's a pretty heavy sleeper.
yeah, so he never wakes
I
up when I
think-
do my prayers.
Exactly. I
Mhm,
think you
mhm,
don't complain about my
mhm.
snoring, and I don't complain about your prayer.
Yeah.
Myfin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd like to think that when everyone gets down from their room, the Moon Lord and Maluna are already downstairs.
Oh hell yeah, we're like
Yeah.
we're up and we're early risers and late
Mhm.
sleepers. Actually, I'm an early sleeper. The Moon Lord's a lazy. The Moon Lord doesn't sleep.
All right. With that, I assume y'all make it down to the docks around midday. Board your charter boat. It is being sailed by a clearly veteran sailor. Got a captain's hat, eye patch, whole 9 yards. Looks the proper part. No parrot. You get no parrot.
Sad.
Oh, good. He's not
Parrots
Long
do
John
not
Silver.
exist in this world. Actually, kidding.
What?
He unfurls his sails. His crew springs to work. Several smaller gold dragons that were roosting on the tops of the sails fly off as you make your way out. And y'all sail 2 days across the Gulf. It is a rather pleasant 2 days travel, no storms. You see some gold dragons fly off, mostly flying in towards the city. Actually, you do see a larger one, not like one of the higher ranking ones, but still like size large, which is it's still impressive. Beautiful golden scales flying on its way in. And you make landfall approximately 2 days later. The captain's pretty good at what he does. From the look of the maps that you were examining, it looks like it's a little bit inland. It's not a perfect coastal cave that you're looking for. Somebody roll me survival to navigate your way inland.
I don't think. mine's
Question
very
about the
good.
ship, real quick.
Okay.
What's the bunking situation like?
Hammocks. All hammocks, all downstairs, no privacy.
One big room.
One big room.
For the lighter sleepers of the group, you are awoken by night terrors of my own.
Oh,
What?
Jesus.
What? What do you mean?
As-
Yeah.
As every single one of you goes to check your notes on what you've got on Billy's character.
I don't got that one.
That was the
Uh,
last time Fino ruined with.
Specifically, did not happen while I was bunking with Domino.
That's funny.
Okay. Who will be giving me
Oh.
my survival check?
I can do it. Moon Lord, here we go.
You can if you want. Okay, roll for it. You do not help. In fact, you're quite a detriment. Kidding.
We landed during the daytime. I would do a lot better at night. The stars would point me
No,
in the right direction.
Moonlord, you navigate pretty successfully to this thing. You're able to find the cave relatively easily. Um,
I would have done better at night.
it's kind of given away by the fact that there are several giant ants moving around outside of it.
Did we know that the ants were big?
The ones you're seeing, size medium.
Ooh,
Ah, man-sized meatballs.
Oh.
I hate insects.
If you have it trained.
Why do you want to eat the ant?
Okay, yeah, Fino, you have no idea whether or not they're edible. Maluna, were you rolling to help him, or were you rolling to look for something else specific?
I was rolling to see if I knew if they were edible.
Maluna,
If that's allowed.
you are aware that they are, in fact, well, the workers at least are in fact edible. And the workers are what you're seeing at the moment.
I kind of like mumble to myself. We may be able to save a bit on rations this time. Yeah, I did. The workers, the yes, there's many strange chemicals, especially in the young and queens. The growing process and the pheromones. I know not much about them, but I know they are deadly.
All right. So currently you see about 6 workers moving around. How do you all want to proceed with this? Are you going to wait it out, see what they do? So I assume you observe them for a little while to figure this out. You see workers moving in and out of one entrance in particular. They're wandering a long ways off, not in your direction, given that you're kind of moving towards or you would be moving towards the coast. They don't move that way specifically. They kind of move more inland. You can see them returning with bits of food and other things. One of them appears to be dragging what was once some poor farmer's cow, or at least part of one. That would, from the information you got, that would be further in the cave. It's about it's a little after midday at this point. At certain different times, you see the ants dragging things in, greeted by you see workers, but you see a soldier ant or two at the entrance to the cave, greet them, make sure they are in fact of the right colony. You would guess gives them quite a thorough inspection before letting them in.
I want to declare at this time that I am in my my absolute steal stance. Basically, I get to do certain special things when I'm in a stance, and I think I just declare it at any time.
Okay.
I guess I'll say it because I haven't, but Bramble's around and I am mounted.
Front foot assault.
I can cast
Maluna?
spells over the entrance. If we can draw many of them out, we can weaken most of them. I am all AoE. I've got
I have
spells
zero
that
AoE.
deal damage per overturn. Make the ground slick, so they have to saving throw or fall. Then also make them fatigued. I've got a lot of options.
Okay, well, look.
Hawk, can I cast 2 spells on
Okay.
myself?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor and Endure Elements.
Okay.
Hawk, I would also like to preemptively say I'm going to cast 2 spells, but I want to do it like right before we enact combat. If that's cool.
Yeah. Which two?
I'll just preemptively cast them, but I want to cast Magic Weapon and Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
But I want to do it right before we're like trying to initiate.
I will leave that up to all of you.
I say we go head first. Kill them all.
I agree with the Moon Lord.
I also
Maybe
It's
we
tough
agree.
shouldn't
battle.
be doing that.
Stay safe. Don't do stupid things.
I'm just gonna say that you've been watching them for a decent amount of time to try and figure that out. I'll say you've probably observed them for about half an hour or so now. You don't see them coming or going from anywhere else.
Yeah, like how close can we get?
I'd say you've been watching from about 100 yards off because these things are not particularly difficult to observe. You have been favored by a wind that's been headed for the coast so far, so they have not managed to smell you either. As you move in, yeah, give me a let's see, what do I want moves? Or yeah, give me move silently. Each of you, please.
Oh boy.
Ruh-roh, guys. Ruh-roh.
It's okay. I'm not that
Slewfoot,
bad at
y'all.
Oh,
anything.
that's surprising.
Who does
Keeping in
move
mind that
silently?
crits and
Me or
crit
my
fails are
dog?
not instant successes or failures.
Who does move silently? Me or my dog?
I'd say your dog does if you're riding it.
Is it daytime?
Okay.
It is daytime.
Shit, Moon Lord. You
Does
should've
my
waited
dog?
back.
Oh, my dog's character sheet does not have that.
Why did it not include the armor penalty in my roll?
You might have to
I
do
don't know.
it. I don't know.
Also,
So it'd just be
Yeah, I guess it
D20
did.
plus. Okay.
what's up with your
But-
guys' public move silently checks?
I
I'm
set all of them
publicing
in
everything,
so I don't-
man. I don't care.
I got nothing to hide.
Exactly. If I want to hide it from you guys, I'll hide it.
Hawk,
Oh,
that
Bramble!
Hawk, that 10 is actually a 6. I don't know why I didn't include the thing.
Interesting.
Oh wait, no.
Bramble
Oh, here we
jumped.
go. Why did I get a miscellaneous +4 to move silently? Is that a feat I have?
Bramble is a big dog.
Probably.
He's not a silent one.
Rodman, I still need your move silently check, please.
Oh, I'm gonna go pee. Oh,
Hawk, I'm really glad you said it was my dog and not me because I'm wearing a lot of armor.
Rodman, I still need a move silently check from you.
Is he asleep?
I don't know where that random +4 came from, Hawk. so I'm just gonna remove it from the skill.
Okay.
So that should be a 6.
You don't have points in it?
No. It's like I apparently put 4 in for miscellaneous mod on it. And it must have been something like when I was making the character,
Mhm.
and I just never got rid of it.
Oh, you
Oh, I
downloaded
know what
that
it
cheaper
was.
plugin.
It was when I was a goblin. That was it actually. Because goblins get +4 to move silently. Yep.
This
that's
is
it.
what
You're like-
happens when you change your character so many times.
I know, I
You
know.
went through a goblin phase.
You were a goblin.
He went goblin
Mhm.
mode. Okay, noting the time, do we actually want to start a combat tonight?
I think we can fucking knock out 6 ants. Are you kidding?
Can we?
Is anybody opposed to going to 10? Because I like, if we're trying to cut off at 9:30, then that doesn't work. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait.
I'm cool. I'm cool with going.
like
to
10,
I just don't.
10:30.
I
Are
just,
we?
I'm down to go. I'm.
What's
Yeah,
our
I'm down to
cutoff
go to
time? I don't
10,
even
but,
remember what our
like,
cutoff time is.
10.
I don't
normally.
think we've ever had an official cutoff time, but
10 is the normal, and sometimes we push to 10:30.
Yeah, because
I can push it.
I don't work tomorrow, so I'm fine with whatever.
I also do not work tomorrow.
Don't work tomorrow. Don't work tomorrow.
So
Because I work.
I say we're
Because
cool
I
with
work
combat
today.
hockey.
all right.
I'm hearing no no's to combat.
You're hearing no-nos. No one said that.
No, no.
I
How
feel like
hit
this is the thing
said it.
where we need everybody to say it first, though. Like, is everybody alright with this? Alright. Yeah, no, Rob. That's kind of my concern right now. Is one of our
Yeah,
party
and-
members has said nothing.
And I'm still actually missing a roll from him as well. Do we want to just call
I
it
think-
here tonight? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
I
Let's
think
call it here.
Cool.
Let's call it here.
Or can you set the scene
This
for
is
the
the
Oh
end
fuck!
scene?
I was supposed to.
Yeah. So you're approaching the ants as they move through the open field, and several of you moving silently. You begin to fan out. Your melee characters in the front, your ranged in the back, and all of a sudden, Bonnie snaps a twig underneath her foot, and all of the ants stop and turn. There's your scene.
Let's go.
Charge!
Jory! Jory just charges in and instantly gets ripped to pieces by ants.
That was the end of Jory Barley Whistle.
He's that we have to demonstrate that it's a brutal show character.
Yeah.
All right. That is our session for the evening.
No.
Yay.
Thanks for the
We'll get
Thanks
some
for the
snaps. We'll get
session.
some snaps.
Thank you for the session.
Session
Happy
1
first
in the
session.
books.
Session 1 in the books.
It's done.
Yeah, no session next week for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Go Eagles. I
In
guess?
fairness, it's not a particularly
Yeah.
fun one this year.
You lame sports ballers.
Exact same wording. I'm with you, Aaron. Guess go Eagles, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.